Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM20 Women's Tour, episode number 30. We're at the Joe Martin stage race. Not an objective this year, just here having a little fun. We've got a punchy stage number 1. Quick note: I've started addressing the issue where there are still a fairly large number of male names mixed in with the database. That all happened. That all happened in season number 1. The first class of new gens ended up being all male names. We fixed a good chunk of that before, but a lot of the unsigned riders have now added their names to other teams out there, and so I'm working on a second wave of fixing that. But the database is quite large. Yeah, there's a lot of names. There are a lot of riders, so it's something that takes quite some time to get through. Well, anyway, I've gone through the letter D, which, if you know anything about female names, there's a whole lot of names that begin with A, a whole lot of names that begin with C, as examples. So that actually covered a pretty good chunk of the database, just getting through those first four letters. Before the next episode, I plan to get through another handful of letters and so on and so forth until that's fully taken care of. And then also I have things fixed in the future for other components. The peloton seems to want to wind the breakaway back in. Now they're riding, we've got a big climb coming. I better get a couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group. Not my top team. In fact, this is really kind of just an American team. So, who's punchy? Anybody punchy for the final little bit? No?
The riders are in
no
a
one?
portion above 10%.
Cynthia Marie. One of our better climbers. Okay, very much not punchy for Maxwell, so we'll take that, and then, yeah, maybe Moke, because of the condition. Oh boy. Oh boy, you are drifting back way too fast there. It's not even a hard chase right now, but all of them are drifting back. Let's try an 85. See if they can recover, if they can hold on.
The pack is increasing its work rate. Some
could
teams
be
can't
it
be
right
happy
off the
with the
bat.
breakaway.
Stage number 1 ousted. This is kind of a look at the days of old with the team. And yes, the entire group has been dropped less than halfway up the climb. Klaus is done. Maxwell is done. Peloton is all types of split up now, and my entire team is pretty much right here.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
Technically back into the Peloton for now, although Brookshire is clearly on the fade. Alright, most of us are kind of back in up there almost anyway, but also really, really low on the energy side. I expect this group is going to make contact again with the front group on the descent or on the flat. Oh, doing pretty well. Clevenger nearly hanging in there. There's the almost top, the false top, the KOM. Here's the actual top. Maria's dropped. Clevenger is riding solo, so she's in a little bit of a dangerous place here, trying to somehow recover. Now she's caught up in the group with Marie. Moke is already back into the front group. And now we have three at the front, 2 minutes behind the breakaway. Everybody's recovering. Marie, no, no, no. That's not your job. Alright, let's now figure out. Clevenger is the quickest, but not punchy. Oaks have the best day. Just kind of let all of them ride solo for now. So we have a growing peloton of 57. They're really not pushing pace too hard right now. So a lot of it's coming back together, and I'm okay with that. We really have a pretty weak team here. Brookshire's group still a minute 20 behind. That's not far. It's not far from a peloton of 62. You got to figure we're spread out by 30 to 40 seconds, and they make contact. There you go, Brookshire. Back in it. Go ahead and protect Clevenger. Quickest rider we've got. And we're down to 10K. It's all back together at the front. Let's go ahead and set up our sprint chain, and we'll go with Clevenger. Led out by Moke because of the +3, Marie, and then Brookshire. Brookshire, Gel. Gotta push quickly here because that's 9 kilometers is all. Okay, get Marie. Oh, come on. I clicked on the Gel. I clicked on the Gel. I hate when this game does that. I'm not even anywhere near up there. I know I was up here, but that is not there. Pretty substantial difference there.
The finish line is getting
well,
close.
we're
The
in a
riders
world of
just
hurt
passed the
now.
5 kilometers road sign.
Marie has not made it through. Finally finds a little gap. Brookshire's 99 though is not a good thing at the moment. She's made it clear, but there we go. Okay, we're there. We're there. There or thereabouts. 2.8K. Brookshire now pushing harder. Okay, pull us clear, if you would, please. 2K to go. On to Marie at a 97. 1.7. Moke is still there, but where is Clevenger? I don't know. Clevenger's there. Clevenger's there. 1K to go. On Moke.
There we go. The sprint is on. The riders are setting themselves up.
Okay, the push for the finish line. Not so good. We don't have the red bar. That whole Brookshire
really
Zero fiasco
A great sprint
definitely
finish.
hurt. We kind of made up for it and got back in position, and then that's just where this team is realistically. I don't think that
We're waiting for the back markers, who appear to be
we're just
fairly
gonna sit
numerous
up
in
and
this difficult
call
race.
it a race instead of attacking. You know, that wasn't as big of a factor as it could be, should be. I think that was just the lack of quality. Matsuda takes the stage. Yoshikawa, so a Japanese won 3, 8th, and 14th. Good Japanese presence here. On to stage 2 here, and this is a mountain stage. We open with the Devil's Den, 11K, 1,800 meters, and then after a very short recovery period, they hit the next climb and continue on up. From there, you head to the finish.
Managers mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway,
lots of
given that
time
the pack
before you
has
do
increased
that.
its speed.
We had 3 riders in the front group, so that's the 3 riders we're trying to ride for, but that doesn't necessarily mean that those 3 riders are going to still be around. Can't afford to push too hard, but we also can't afford to get dropped too early. It's a bad scenario, no matter how you look
The
at it.
pace seems
Maxwell
much too
already,
high for many riders.
oh gosh, look at these 3 already. Try to go a little harder here. Marie. Klaus, you're protecting her, right? Not really. Goes Maxwell. Maxwell on auto. Klaus is long gone. Marie keeps getting caught behind slow riders. I think she's gone. We're not going to worry about her anymore. Set her to auto. And now we focus on our front 3. 54 left in the peloton. Brookshire is protecting somebody, but not terribly well. Moke and Clevenger are the 2 that remain, so they'll be the ones we focus on, and both of them are struggling. Meaning, I think we are quickly headed backwards.
It's in
Clevenger,
such percentages
go ahead
that the
and
strongest can
protect Moke
create some
because
gaps.
Moke's on a +3, and at the front, 64 mountain rating today. The only one hanging on. 38 left, 39 left. Front group is nearly caught. Clevenger makes it up here just in time to say hello and then be gone. Moke now also ready to begin fading, and it's still 3K from the top. And there you go. That's it. 28 riders left. We're out. Now it's 24 chasing. There is time to catch up, but I think by the time you get over the 2 climbs, the gaps are going to be massive and there won't be anyone catching up. Clevenger and Moke nearby to one another. There's the top of the first climb. But again, gaps are big. 4.5 minutes already. Peloton's the one we're paying attention to, though. That's only about 1.5 minutes. That's not bad. That is not bad. We're getting a little recovery here. Sorry, Brookshire. And looky here. We're back in. But look how tired they are. Barnyard Road, 14K, 2,200 meters, 6.7%. As far as climbs go, that's not that bad. Unless you're, human and not a pro cyclist. Clevenger got dropped into the next group. Back on the road. Brookshire is here, so Brookshire should be protecting Clevenger. Clevenger has a chance of getting back up there. 47. Moke is now going to start fading. She's going to get dropped yet again. 35 left in the peloton. If we can link up with this group ahead of us, I like our chances of getting back up there in the future, because there they are. Not that far away, really. This group, maybe not. This group, maybe yes. Minute 7. Short distance to cover. Get yourself some water, Moke. 64K to go. Recovery on the descent. Hopefully a gap gets covered soon enough. Back in a position. There you go. Still recovering. Okay, Clevenger, Brookshire. There's 2 more groups in between, something like that. Still descending. Still 1:10 behind. And now we're seeing a little acceleration in the group with a few riders pushing to try to pull us back. Under a minute. Not a lot of descending left to do. But we've got a chance of getting back up there. Clevenger's group not making it. Our group has made it. Moke back in the peloton. Just 1 rider left away. 2-minute gap. That's not going to be the easiest catch in 38 minutes, but they're 38K, but they're riding solo, so likelihood is they will be caught. So Moke good to go now. And she's got an okay-ish sprint where she can get a decent finish on the stage. Should make it now. Clevenger and Brookshire's group have pulled back a bit of time, but mostly on that front rider who hasn't been caught. So this is it. 49 in the peloton. We're seeing a few riders drop. 46 because of the tempo. You can see Moke is a little tired, but she's doing okay. This climb right here is the danger spot. 13K to go.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with percentages above 10%.
Slipping back, but not getting dropped. That's important.
There's now just 10 kilometers left.
Last 9K. It's a pretty sizable group, but at least we got 1 rider in it. Alright, here we go. Setting up for the finish.
There are just 5 kilometers left.
Downhill, and then a steep uphill. And then we're going to see a little attack from a couple of these riders. 3K to go. Moke dealing with the pressure well. 1 rider goes clear. And Moke emerges at the front. Just that 1K to go. That banner was off. The banner was off. Banner threw me off. I could have gone earlier. 9th on the stage. Hedalea Thomas.
Was a real strength sapper.
Doris Schweitzer takes the stage win. She was the one who went clear by a little bit. her teammate took second, so good result for them. Ganzar takes third. It is a top 10. It would have been higher. It would have been higher if that 1K banner was not in the wrong place. The 1K banner was at 500 meters to go, and I attacked about 200 yards shy of that, which meant I attacked at 700 meters on a downhill. Now, looking at Moke's energy, she couldn't have gone much earlier, but she easily could have gone 150 to 200 meters earlier. We're back at Devil's Den for stage number 3 for an individual time trial 19-kilometer climb. 73 is probably much too hard, and we'll see what a 70 does for us. Maxwell, Klaus, very much at the back of the standings. We can see kind of the remnants of the days that were with this team, as some of our older riders with the expiring contracts that we're not going to really see anymore. This is just kind of their final showcase, realistically. Klaus on a -2, Maxwell on a 0. Climbing okay so far. 70 seems to be sufficient. I can see she's totally out climbing at least one of these two ahead of her. Klaus not that far behind either. And 70 seems to leave a little bit in the tank, so we go a little harder. Marie and Brookshire and Clevenger kind of all into that next group up the road, and then Summer Moke, the one who hung on to Pape. That's a 58. No wonder we're out climbing her. 71 actually is. Well, we're getting into the harder part of the climb. That's why we saved some energy, but definitely a 71 even is not hard enough. So onto a 73. Maxwell, you can see she's losing some of that energy now. How's she doing? First so far. First so far. That's good. That's good. Third for Erica Klaus. Maxwell has already dropped to fourth. Marie is setting off. And Maxwell can push pretty hard here to the end. Is the leader at the moment. There's Klaus across third. They've both already dropped off that step, and those ones look to have expended a little too much energy early on. So Marie's got a +3 today, 67 mountain. That'll definitely be a better time. You can see Maxwell and Klaus already dropping down the order near the edge of the top 10, but huge time gaps. I mean, 7 minutes across the front of the field right now. Brookshire, normally a decent climber, -4 today. That's not good. Clevenger doing okay. That +1 there. Marie might put up the best time of the team, but she's still a little bit at a deficit. That's a top 10 time. She's got that little bit behind. Brookshire struggling to climb a little bit. 36th. Clevenger definitely doing better. Marie gonna run out of energy before the top. Yes, she does. She cracks. Costs her some time. 11th at the finish line. Best so far of the team, but didn't make it to the finish, so she loses time. Same with Brookshire. Some remote coming up pretty soon. She's the one we're hoping for to have a good race day condition. And it's a -2. And with her mountain rating, that's going to hurt. 22nd for Clevenger. Chances of a top 25 of the stage look like next to nothing. Moke's going to lose a ton of time on this one. You can see Mouse has already flown past her. Poitevin as well. So Moke was punching way above her weight, sitting in 12th overall. And she's just going backwards as 2 more riders go on past. 3! That's 5 riders that have passed Summer Moke. 5. She is 9 minutes and 20 seconds behind. Holy cow. And she's out of energy. I mean, we did literally all she could. I think she's got the worst time, possibly. 104th. She certainly had the worst time of us. by a wide margin. McLeod, dang, 2 minutes clear. That is a huge gap for Mabin McLeod here with a 75 mountain rating. And we are 54th now. Ouch. Okay, well, that's it for that race. We tried, and we failed miserably. But that was a weaker team. That was our weakest team that we could put out. Coming up, Cascade Cycling Classic. That's the next one that matters. So I will see you next time for the Cascade Cycling Classic. There's still one stage to do. Let's go ahead and see how bad the results end up being just via quick sim. Stage 4 was a sprint stage, so no change to the outcome. Still outside of the top 50 is all we were able to manage with our riders that were all in the low 60s, just getting some race time in. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. See you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.